Welcome back, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. In today's video, I have 11 different job leads that are hiring right now, and all of these are non-phone based. And by non-phone, I mean they're not customer service, being on the phone all day. The majority of the work is going to be like administrative or data entry or processing claims or things like that, where you're not on the phone actually talking to people. You may have to go into like online WebEx meetings from time to time to actually talk to your manager and co-workers to find out different things about the work that you'll be doing and projects that you're working on. But non-phone based is just that. It is jobs that do not require you to be on the phone all the time. We're going to dive on in because we have 11 of them today. Most of these don't require a college degree. There are a few that do. Some of them are paying up to like $1,300 a week. Hopefully I got a little bit of something for everyone. But if you enjoy non-phone based jobs, you can let me know by giving this video a thumbs up like button. And as always, if there's something specific that you're looking for, feel free to leave that in the comments. I never make any promises, but I do read the comments every day and keep my eye out for things I know people are searching for. But diving right on in, first up we have the company Presto. Now Presto has 102 reviews on Glassdoor from past and current employees. They have an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.4 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a remote digital content associate. Now, these are going to be for the United States only. Everything that I'm sharing is going to be for the United States only. But Presto is an AI voice recognition technology company, and they are looking for somebody to work with menus, images, menu items, surveys, content slides, and games on Presto's pay-at-the-table devices. So if you've ever been in a restaurant, I know I have, when you go out to eat, they have those little almost like iPad type devices sitting at your table where you can look up the menu, you can place your order. When you get ready to leave, you can pay right there at the table. So the waitress no longer has to take your card and run off with it. They're looking for somebody to work with that device and those applications, acting as a liaison or go-between for the company and its marketing partners. You'll have to participate in meetings with other departments to establish the priorities, monitor service due dates, making sure all tasks are completed on time. So you're going to manage a suite of applications like their menu editor and coordinate the release of the digital content that you're creating or making sure is up to date within the departments and product teams so that the digital assets can be approved and then put on the device. You'll have to troubleshoot any basic issues related to those digital assets. Now, they are looking for somebody who has 2 years of some kind of restaurant or relevant experience, someone who has that restaurant background. So maybe you've worked in a restaurant, maybe you've been like an assistant manager at a restaurant, maybe you've even been a server in a restaurant for a long time, so you understand how everything works. You've got to be highly organized with great communication skills and a multitasker. But pay for this position is anywhere from $55,000 a year all the way up to $65,000 a year. So this one will pay at least over $1,000 a week, even if you get the lowest pay. Moving right along though, next up we have Golden Hippo. They have 164 reviews with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.6 out of 5 stars. They're looking for an accounts payable specialist. Now, one thing to quickly note about this job is their location is in California. It is a remote position, but I don't know if they only hire in California or if they hire nationwide. They don't state, so I'm assuming nationwide unless they specifically state that they have state restrictions. But I know a lot of people are looking for jobs that hire remote in California, and they're hard for you to find. So this one is based out of California, but they're looking for somebody to basically perform three-way matching by reviewing, receiving documentation, reviewing those incoming invoices, check requests, and expense reports, making sure they're accurate and free of errors. You're going to make sure that the proper signatures and authorizations are on the documents. You'll review these documents and code the documents and invoices to the appropriate accounts in the system, ensuring the prompt payment of all invoices and maximizing purchase discounts when needed. You'll execute bank account reconciliations during month-end closing, and you'll just perform any monthly vendor reconciliations as needed. period. They don't require any kind of college degree. They do prefer an associate's degree, but they accept a high school diploma or GED as long as you have experience in a high, fast-paced volume for accounts payable. So you have that previous accounts payable experience. You can work with a Microsoft Office software, specifically be advanced in Excel and Word. Someone who has great interpersonal skills, great problem-solving skills, and has great attention to detail. Now, pay for this position is anywhere from $21.06 an hour all the way up to $28.13 an hour, and they do offer a standard benefit package that includes health insurance, 401k, all the things. Next up, we have the American Institute for Research. They have 705 reviews on Glassdoor, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.0 out of 5 stars. They're looking for an administrative specialist. Now, this is remote for the United States. It does say you can work remotely anywhere in the United States or one of their U.S. offices. This does not include U.S. territories, unfortunately. But they are looking for somebody who is skilled in project management to develop, implement, and utilize planning, scheduling, and tracking systems, processes, and procedures, and provide just that administrative support to their IDD and SVP. You're going to have to use sound judgment in referring parties and inquiries from other departments. You'll maintain contacts through email, so again, non-phone. You'll manage distribution lists. You'll maintain and ensure confidentiality of all written and verbal communications initiated by the SVP, just making sure that everything is handled confidentially, and you'll coordinate all activities relating to conferences, meetings, engagements. So you're going to set up these meetings, make sure you keep the meeting minutes or agendas and things like that, just all the administrative duties. They're looking for somebody who has a high school diploma and at least 5 years of some kind of administrative experience. If you don't have 5 years of experience, they'll accept 4 years if you have a bachelor degree. They're looking for somebody who can deal with confidential information, sensitive information, and someone who can work those Microsoft Office systems, great organizational skills, and great communication skills. Now, unfortunately, I did not see pay listed for this one. Of course, pay is always dependent on things like location and experience. It's going to be based on the individual and will need to be discussed at the time of the interview. Now, I shared this one in its own video that I did last Friday, so many of you may have seen it, but if you have not seen it, I did just want to share again. The company Transperfect, they have 3,100 reviews on Glassdoor with an overall rating of 3.1 out of 5 stars. They are looking for somebody to do a in-car audio data collection project. So this is going to be a small project that you can do for some extra cash, but you don't have to be on the phone talking to people in customer service. What they're basically looking for somebody to do is do 3 10-minute sessions of recording your voice saying different phrases. So a total of 30 minutes of voice recordings, but that'll be broken up into 10-minute sessions for 3 days in a row. And you'll basically have to sit in your car with the windows down or AC on. You'll have different instructions on how to record your voice, and you'll just record your voice saying different phrases in these different situations. And they are paying you $50 for your 30 minutes of voice recording. So it's a nice little side hustle that I thought I would share again. They do pay by PayPal, gift card, check, or wire transfer, so you get to decide how you get paid. Next up, we have the company Quickbase, though. Quickbase has 264 reviews with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.0 out of 5 stars. They are looking for an order management specialist. This just means that you're going to handle the daily processing of subscription and professional service orders in their billing system. You're going to review customer order forms, making sure that they're accurate, and clean revenue reconciliation, making sure that all the sales activity reporting and commissions processing has been done correctly. You'll partner with their deal desk and sales teams on quoting, accounts receivable, on invoicing. So you'll just handle all the orders and invoicing, performing a detail-oriented review of the quotes and order forms, again, making sure they're in compliance with all the company bookings and revenue policies. They are looking for somebody who has 1 year relevant order management or contract management experience, someone who is experienced in using Salesforce or systems like that billing software, someone who has an understanding of policies, processes, and systems relating to order fulfillment or invoicing. Of course, you've got to be a team player, a multitasker, and be able to make decisions based on policies. So you've got to be able to be a problem solver. Now, again, they did not list pay. That'll need to be discussed at the time of the interview. Now, I've shared ExamWorks on this channel before. They hire for all kinds of different positions that are remote, work from home, most of them being non-phone. They do have 390 reviews on Glassdoor, a little bit of a lower rating at 2.7 out of 5 stars. But I thought I would share because they're looking for a Medicare file coordinator. They are looking for somebody, though, specifically to work Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the Eastern time zone. If you're outside of that time zone, you'll have to convert your hours to make sure that that works for you. But they're basically looking for somebody just to perform that quality assurance review of information, correspondence, and files coming in specifically for Medicare. You'll make sure all cases contain the correct information for the examination process, auditing these files as the client instructs, and performing any specifications for the client that is needed on the files. You ensure that the appropriate board specialty has received the case and assist with any data entry or billing information as needed. This is in the healthcare field. You will have to follow HIPAA guidelines, but above that, they just need a high school diploma or GED and 2 years of some kind of clerical or related experience. They do say that if you have Medicare knowledge, that's a plus. It's not required, though, as long as you can work those Microsoft Office systems, have great English skills like grammar, punctuation, and have great communication skills. Next up, we have the company Amwell. Amwell has 296 reviews on Glassdoor, an overall employee rating of 3.3 out of 5 stars. They're looking for a clinical quality associate. This means you're just going to provide administrative support to the clinical quality manager or the clinical quality office. You're going to maintain an understanding of all of their clinical aspects and making sure that all identification and resolution of issues affecting patient care, quality of care, provider satisfaction have been taken care of. So you'll manage medical record requests, you'll manage prior authorization requests for the insurance companies, just assist in resolving patient and client complaints and any other duties as needed. So a tiny bit of phone work might be needed for this one if you have a patient that has a complaint that you've got to reach out to them to get more information. They do either want a bachelor degree or equivalent work experience with 2 years of work experience. Be able to use those Microsoft Office systems. You've got to know medical terminology and medical coding. Be detail oriented and able to multitask. Now, pay for this position is anywhere from $18.75 an hour all the way up to $25.80 an hour. They do offer a standard benefit package that includes that health insurance, 401k, paid time off. And I know this video is dragging on because we have so many jobs in one video, but now would be a good time just to remind you that if you're enjoying these job leads, please let me know. Give me that direct feedback by giving this video a thumbs up, a like button. But keeping it moving, next up we have the company Jetty. Jetty only has 26 reviews, so again, do your own research on any companies before giving them your personal information. Never give out your social security number until the day you start the job. They will need it for payroll, but not until then, so don't do that. Don't pay for any job leads. Just follow the standards. Now, Jetty has a 4.1 out of 5 stars, and they are looking for a claims adjuster. So they're looking for somebody to investigate their claims, evaluate contract language, and identify any appropriate coverage where needed, managing file diaries and moving claims towards a timely resolution. So you may have to handle some customer service aspects of the members and the partners when handling their claims, but a lot of this is going to be researching the claims and all that. It is not a customer service position where you're on the phone all the time, but just know you may have to pick up the phone and make outbound phone calls from time to time with this one. You'll have to identify and report any potentially fraudulent claims, just serving as the resource for your peers for any claims needs. They're looking for somebody who has 2 years experience in claims adjusting. You will have to have a valid adjuster's claims license in at least one state for this position, but no college degree is needed. You do need to be familiar with things like insurance contracts, investigation techniques, have great communication skills, and strong analytical or problem-solving skills. But this one does pay anywhere from $60,000 a year all the way up to $70,000 a year. If you can get that $70,000 mark, that is going to be a little over $1,300 a week. But keeping it moving, if you're into the claims thing, Firstsource Solutions is also hiring. They have 2,900 reviews on Glassdoor with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.4 out of 5 stars. They are also looking for a claims examiner. They are looking for somebody who is motivated and driven to process insurance claims, combining exceptional analytical and problem-solving skills. Just making sure that all claims have all information that is needed and processed the way they need to be, correcting any errors along the way. They only require a high school diploma or GED. They do want somebody who has health claims processing experience, someone who is familiar with medical terminology, has basic math skills, good typing skills. They do offer paid training, and they offer a standard benefit package that includes medical, dental, vision, 401k, and paid time off. One thing I did want to note about this job is they say that they have matrix pay, which means you're paid by the claim after you complete training. So you're paid, it sounds like a flat rate for the training, but then after that, you're paid per claim that you process. So the faster you can work, the more money you can make. But if you don't like that pay structure, that's okay. Moving right along, next up we have the company Hello Heart. They have 20 reviews on Glassdoor, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.4 out of 5 stars. They're looking for a medical data annotator. Basically, you'll be annotating medical files and clinical data, performing quality controls on the processed outcome. So annotating is just like marking up, making notes, things like that. You'll be responsible for annotating and quality review of these clinical data for symptoms, diagnosis, treatment procedures, medications, adverse events, lab results, just making sure all the data is there and noted correctly. You'll apply any knowledge you have in medical terminology and coding procedures, making sure that the database is up to date. They're looking for somebody who is familiar with general medical concepts and terminology. They want somebody who has a clinical background. So if you've previously been like a nurse, pharmacist, or you've worked with medical records in the past, some kind of medical background like that. They do require you to know SQL knowledge because you'll be working with databases and updating them. You've got to have a positive attitude and be based in the Eastern time zone. Now, next up, we have the company Tetra Tech. They have 1,800 reviews on Glassdoor, an overall rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. They're looking for a remote accounts payable specialist. So they're looking for somebody to code and process vendor invoices, wire transfers, and employee stock and expense reports, setting up the invoices for payment, reconciling any statements, making sure payments are in the system up to date, resolving any discrepancies or errors as needed. You'll provide the accounts payable audit support when needed, and you'll record any customer cash applications into the system. They are looking for somebody who has 1 to 2 years of experience, someone who has strong organizational skills, strong attention to detail. They do prefer somebody who has an accounting certificate or degree. It's not required though, as long as you have great Microsoft Excel experience, and you do have to pass a background screening and credit check with this one, but pay is anywhere from $22 an hour all the way up to $27 an hour. All right, if you've made it to the end of this video, I owe you a huge thank you so much for watching and supporting me, because I know it was very, very long. Don't forget, if you enjoyed any of the jobs leads, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, like button, share with all your friends and family, and I'll be back really, really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.